Hello lords and ladies, my name is Archaic King. Welcome back to Cartoon Hangout, your place for all things cartoon. It's a brand new year, which means brand new cartoons to review and talk about. Sorry for this review being a day later than I had intended. Not only that, but somehow I watched next week's episode instead and was writing its review when I found out. I'm such an idiot. Anyway, let's talk about episode 5, Copycat. Hijinks ensues when Marinette accidentally sends an embarrassing message to Adrian and has her rush to find a way to erase her confession of love.
Hey, hot stuff, this is Marinette. I'd ask you on a date to a movie, but I've got such a crazy crush on you that the only way I can talk to you without foaming at the mouth is over this stupid phone. Pretty ridiculous, right?
If you wish to hear your message again, press 1. If you wish to erase your message, press 2.
Which causes her to be late for a ceremony in her and Cat Noir's honor. Doing so allows Hawkmoth to get the artist in his clutches and transforms him into Copycat, copycat of Cat Noir. At this point, if you've seen a lot of movies and shows, you've undoubtedly seen variations of this episode's plot countless times before. In fact, you could probably look at many cartoons in the past decade and find more than a handful that have used this plot before. But that's not me criticizing the episode. I actually adored this episode to pieces for several reasons. For instance, while in previous episodes we've seen Marinette struggle with living a dual life, in this episode we see her really struggle with it and choose to put herself before her responsibilities as Ladybug, which ends up having a negative consequence because her being late is partially what led to Theo becoming Copycat. That's what's so fun about superhero fiction. It's not just about the action or the colorful spandex, it's about seeing how someone copes with living a double life and how they attempt to balance their personal life and the responsibilities that come with their superhero life and its own responsibilities. While Miraculous Ladybug would still be fun even if that factor was missing, I think it's a good element to have. I'm hoping that eventually we see some more of how Adrian balances his secret life. And while every episode is filled with plenty of funny moments involving Marinette, this one probably takes the cake for me. From that awkward moment at the beginning when she accidentally professes her love for him in a voice message, to when she apparently knows his schedule and keeps track of it via a large pull-down calendar.
Of course! He's got fencing club after school, that's why he didn't pick up. It ends in exactly 22 and a half minutes.
You are seriously insane. You know that, right?
Cause that's not creepy at all, Marinette. Now your mileage may vary, but if a girl in my class knew my every move, I doubt I'd find that very romantic. That's more of a sign of obsession, not love. And there is a difference, let me assure you. It was also pretty interesting seeing Cat Noir on the run from the police, although it doesn't last very long, and doesn't actually resolve itself by episode's end. Or at least it doesn't resolve itself the way I'd hoped. It could have helped to include a scene where the police apologize to him or something, but it's not that big of a deal, as the episode was still very good. I'm assured that an origin episode is coming, so maybe that will show the cops being more hesitant to allow vigilantes running around their city. I can't believe I've gone on this long without really discussing the villain of this episode, Copycat. Probably because the villain is basically Cat Noir, well, evil Cat Noir anyways. There's not much to discuss there. The concept is, of course, heavily tread upon, even if it is an interesting one. I think the best shows use this story plot and use it to explore the person being copied. Maybe they learn something about themselves, or it challenges them in some way. But that doesn't really happen here as it's played straight. At the very least, we did get a moment such as this.
I'm so glad you could tell the real cat from the fake one.
Once I figured out which cat was really in love with me, it was a no-brainer.
Oh, better help the fellow out. His crush just got crushed. That makes 2 of us.
Did your heart break too? Mine did. So to wrap things up, fairly good episode even if it doesn't do anything too new with the Copycat story, but it makes up for it with plenty of great action scenes and several standout hilarious moments, such as Adrian reacting to Copycat's cat puns.
This painting is the cat's meow.
Cat's meow? Not only is that person a fake, he's a terrible fake.
Sure, Adrian, yours are so much better. Imagine an eye roll here. It helps with the visualization. And that's my review of Copycat. Do you agree with me or disagree? Let me know in the comments below. If you have time, make sure to drop a like or a dislike if you want, and consider subscribing for more Miraculous Ladybug reviews. Thanks for watching. Take care.